Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle something that gives a lot of English learners a real headache, the continuous tenses. But don't worry, we're going to make them super simple, clear, and actually easy to use. You know that feeling, right? When you're trying to decide between saying, I was doing something, or I had been doing something, and it just feels like a total puzzle. Well, you are definitely not alone. It can be tricky, but I promise, by the end of this, you are going to have it all sorted out. So here's our game plan to get you from confused to confident. First, we'll look at the main challenge. Then, we'll focus on the present tenses, unpack the past tenses, and then throw them into a head-to-head showdown. And finally, I'll give you a super simple tool for your grammar toolbox. Okay, let's start by thinking about these tenses like they're different tools in a toolbox. You know, if you use a hammer when you need a screwdriver, things can get messy. It's the same here. The wrong tense can change your whole meaning. But we're going to show you how to pick the perfect tool for the job every single time. All right, let's dive right in. We're going to start by focusing on the two continuous tenses that are all about the present moment. And to make this really, really clear, we're going to follow the story of a writer named Lila. First up, we've got the present continuous. This is your go-to tense for anything that's happening right this second, or just generally around the present time. It's all about what is in progress right now. As you can see, this tense puts the action smack dab in the present. It's an unfinished process. It's happening as we speak. It's live. So for our story, what this means is that Lila is at her desk. Her laptop is open. Her fingers are on the keyboard right at this moment. The action of writing is literally happening now. Okay, time for a different tool, the present perfect continuous. We use this for an action that kicked off in the past, but is still going on now. Or maybe it just stopped a second ago. The key thing here is that strong connection between the past and the present. See how this timeline is different? The action here isn't just a single point in time. It stretches over a period, connecting what happened before to what's happening now. It's all about the duration of an activity leading up to this moment. With this sentence, the big focus is on duration. We're emphasizing the all morning part. Honestly, we don't know if she's typing at this exact second. Maybe she just got up to grab a coffee. But what we do know is that the activity of writing has filled her entire morning, right up to now. Okay, great. Now let's rewind the clock and jump into the past tenses. We'll stick with Lila's story so you can really see the difference. So the past continuous is perfect for setting a scene. Think of it as the background music to your story. We use it to describe a longer action that was already in progress when something else, something shorter, happened. This timeline shows it perfectly. You've got this long, ongoing action happening in the past. And then, bam, a shorter, more specific action happens right in the middle of it, like an interruption. Exactly. Here, was writing is the background scene. It's what was happening over a period of time. And the phone ringing? That's the specific, short event that interrupted her. It paints a really clear picture of that moment in the past. All right, on to our final tool in the box, the past perfect continuous. Now, this one can feel a little tricky, but it's actually pretty simple. You use it for an action that was going on for a while before another event happened in the past. Look at the timeline here. The continuous action starts, goes on for a bit, and then it finishes. All of that happens before a second past event even starts. The whole focus is on that period of time leading up to another past moment. See? The big emphasis here is on the duration, for hours. That action happened and it ended all before the other past action, which was took a break. We're highlighting all the hard work she put in prior to stopping. Okay, it's time for the main event. Let's put these tenses right next to each other, head to head, to make the differences crystal clear. This is where it's all going to click into place. Now, this is probably one of the most common mix-ups. Just remember this. Past continuous is about an interruption during an action. Past perfect continuous is about the duration of an action before another action. It really is all about the timing. Was it happening when or before? And here you have it. This is your ultimate cheat sheet. Seriously, this table puts everything we've talked about into one single clear view. You've got the formula, the when to use it, and our example with Lila for every single tense. This is the perfect thing to screenshot to lock it all in. So all this theory is great, right? But how do you actually use this in a real conversation without having to pause for 5 minutes to think about it? Well, I've got you. Here is a super simple mental checklist you can run through in seconds. That is it. Just ask yourself these 3 quick questions. First, am I talking about the past or the present? Boom, that immediately cuts your options in half. Second, is the length of the action the important part of my message? And third, how does this action connect to another event? This little process will guide you to the right tense every single time. This right here is your key takeaway. And just like that, you can take the puzzle out of the continuous tenses. We really hope this explainer helps you go out there and use them with total confidence. So, now that you're a pro with all these ongoing actions, what do you say? Are you ready for the simple tenses?